What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Deadball TV. Today, in this episode, we are going to be ranking the top 15 nations in the Americas. So this includes CONCACAF and CONMEBOL. We probably could have done top 50 because I know there's like a lot of small islands, but we don't have time for that. That being said, I know I didn't ask you guys to do your top 20, but I did my top 20. So I'm just gonna real quick. No. We don't have to talk
Has
about
to
it.
go above and
Real
beyond
quick.
per usual.
Always, dude.
I just want to give some love to some of these nations that otherwise would not have made the list. That's all. That's all. We don't have to discuss. You guys let me know your thoughts on these 16 through 20 right here. Number 20, I got
U.S. men's national team.
I got the Greg Berhalter led. Number 20, I got your boys, Connor. I got Guadeloupe.
Yeah, baby.
I swear to God.
Okay.
I swear to God.
Come on
They're
now.
not even a country, and it's the top 20 in the Americas. What does that say?
I'm
Number
fair.
19, I got Honduras. I think they're woeful. Probably have a couple good players right now,
Yeah.
but goddamn, they've really fallen off.
Yeah.
18, I got Haiti.
Okay.
I think they were really unlucky to go out in the group stage at the Gold Cup. I think had they made it out of that group, there was upset potential. There was definitely upset potential there.
I love
Okay.
this. We go from woeful to unlucky.
Yeah, we went from
the
like
world beaters. Yeah.
embarrassing
Right.
to like there are a few teams on planet Earth as good as Haiti.
Right.
17. This might upset some people. I got Bolivia.
Oh,
I got the one
That upsets
CONMEBOL
me.
team that didn't make
Wow.
my top 15. You guys let me know if that's insane in the comments.
That's totally fair.
And finally, thank you, Jake. And finally, last honorable mention, 16th by a thread, a hair, Guatemala at 16.
Okay.
So those are
Okay.
the honorable mentions. I just want to, get some.
Okay.
Let's. We're a very benevolent channel. We like to talk about teams that don't get a lot of attention, and that was my
Oh,
version
yeah.
of doing that.
I had all those
benevolent-
teams in my top 15.
You did not have Guadeloupe. In your top 15.
They are
Guadeloupe number 3.
slightly below
Yes,
Argentina.
Guadeloupe and Canada are neck and neck right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the honorable mentions. Like I said, guys, as we go through these spots one by one, you let us know your rankings down below in the comments. And if you would like to see Deadball TV's version of the UEFA, Asian, and African rankings, hit subscribe and let us know in the comments. If we get enough of y'all saying that, we will go ahead and make those videos. Connor, kick us off, bro. Number 15. Who do
Oh,
you have at number 15?
Oh, there's only one right answer.
There's only one right answer here.
Jamaica.
Amen. Amen. Who do you have, Jake?
Damn. I put Paraguay.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's gonna
Okay.
piss some people off.
That's
I gonna piss some people off. Let me tell you.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay,
Okay.
Paraguay.
Jamaica only made
Okay.
my top 15 because of their squad strength.
Mhm.
Like on
Yes, on paper, they should be doing
Mhm.
way more. And I think
Way
we've talked
more.
about this every single time we talk about their team. They
Mhm.
should be contending. Maybe
They should
like
be contending.
top 4, in CONCACAF.
Oh, dude. On paper, they might even be number 1. They might
Dude,
have the number 1 squad depth.
Okay, I don't know about that. But I will say I was thinking about this when I was driving back to the apartment. On paper, are they better than Canada? I think they are.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Talking what, 6 Premier League players in the starting 11?
Yeah,
The best goalkeeper in MLS, Andre Blake, who's better than Boyan.
yeah.
They should be the third best team in CONCACAF.
Oh, yeah. I hope I did not confuse anybody. They should be number 1 in CONCACAF was my argument there.
Oh
Like,
yeah, not in this combined.
not-
list.
no.
I still
But like
think
a
that's
Michaela.
locura, to be honest. But
It's a lot. It's a lot. But imagine a Michael Antonio performing like he did, when he's excellent in the Prem. That could be seriously dangerous.
I don't know if I remember that, him being excellent in the Prem. But I see what your point is. I see what your point is.
Threatening. How about that?
Threatening. There we go. Strong. Hey, he's swole.
These, yeah. So
Hey,
these
he
bottom-
big swole.
He's big
My
swole.
man.
He is. Yeah, I definitely understand and appreciate the y'all putting Jamaica both at 15. I'm kind of surprised that we already have on the first one 2 of the same
Agreement?
answers. Yes.
Yeah, this might be a boring video.
No, I think it's gonna be popping off, especially with
It's
all
gonna be
here where
disastrous.
I have
in about
Paraguay.
4 or 5.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, I had Jamaica in here barely, and if I were not an Andre Blake simp, I'd probably have them 16th. And if you are Jamaican, You let me know in the comments how you guys feel about Connor and I both having you 15th, but y'all should be thanking God every single day that Nigeria exists. Because if Nigeria didn't exist, you would be the most underperforming national team in the world. It's insane.
That's fair.
I've had enough. I've had enough. I'm trying to be as respectful as possible. The fans have very high expectations. Y'all beat Trinidad and Tobago, who qualified because Nicaragua got kicked out, and everybody got a little crazy. Everyone got a little carried away. This team has not done anything. Halmgrimsson is a fraud. If they do not win their next game, which is against Honduras in a Nations League group stage game, they're out of the top 15. They're out of the top 15.
They have to be. Like, it's not even, there's no recency bias here. This is like consistent underperforming and just bad results. And bad football.
Horrible.
Honestly.
Horrible football. Horrible results. The most fraudulent team, I think, in our top 15. Jake, do you want to explain Paraguay a little bit? Because that's pretty high or low, depending on how you want to describe it. 15th?
Yeah. Let's go into 14. I think that'll kind of help explain my reasoning. So for 14, I have Chile.
Woo! Okay.
There we go.
Los Chilenos. Okay.
Here we go.
Yep.
Here we go.
And this is 80% personal bias.
Hmm?
I hate them MFers.
Dude, yes, no, I'm here for it.
And
You got
I
him
think I've
14th?
said it before. What?
Huh?
Connor, you got him
No.
14th?
I don't have him 14th, but
Okay.
I'm loving this. I like
Okay.
this.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep it going.
I mean, the average squad age is what, 38, 39, maybe?
Claudio Bravo is 40 years old.
I mean, holy shite.
Is he really 40?
He's 40 years old.
I'm going to throw up, dude. That man pissed his career away.
And the only reason why I put Chile above Paraguay and the reason why they go 14-15 is because Chile spanked their asses twice.
They did.
I think Paraguay has potential, and maybe that went into my reasoning. And, we were mentioning Jamaica. I have them at 13th, and I kind of felt like these bottom three on my list were very interchangeable depending on the day.
Okay. I'm just going to say right now, I have Chile 12th.
Okay.
I think their managers, Eduardo Berizzo, I think he's a bit of a fraud. Their best wins recently are Dominican Republic and Cuba. So, I mean, I think Guadeloupe probably could have won those games as well. And when I look at the young guys coming up, they have a couple with some potential that are still playing at, like, what's the big club there? I mean, there's Colo-Colo, but then there's like Universidad de Santiago or something. It's something. Católica, I think is Chile. Right?
Okay, yeah, Católica, yeah.
Yeah. They have some good guys there. But, like, I kind of feel like they're relying on Big Ben, Brereton Diaz, and I'm not even sure how good that guy is. So,
and yeah, one man can't carry your national team.
No, and Vidal's 36. Sanchez is 34. Granted, he's still doing his thing in France. I think making it out of the groups at the next Copa America would be an achievement for Chile.
Yes. Oh my God, yeah.
Or maybe not an achievement, but that would be like about right. I'll say that.
That'll be solid.
That should be. I think it would be an achievement.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I would be surprised if they met that, honestly.
Connor, can you just say where you have Chile?
Chile, I have them.
They didn't make the list.
Oh God! Okay.
No, I'm full disclosure. I have them at 6th. Listen to me. Listen to me.
6th. Oh, listen to me. I cannot wait.
This man took the time machine back in time.
He did. He thinks it's 2015. Okay.
I'm telling you, when we see them in the Copa America, it's going to be different. They're going to play differently. Okay. Dude, you better hope Mexico, Canada, USA do not catch them early. That will be humbling. Chile's going to come in. That is their tournament, as far as I'm concerned, lately. Back to back, and they won the 100th year anniversary, and the manner in which they did it, and their style of play. They might have a fraudulent manager, but those boys are blooded for this tournament, and no shot they're going to be humbled by one of these guys. They're going to show up, and they're going to say exactly what we're saying right now. USA, Mexico, Canada, going to show up. They're going to say, you know what? We're coming off some decent performances in CONCACAF. We're ready. Maybe even if they've played like another CONMEBOL team, we're going to be ready for this. They're going to underestimate. They're going to underestimate, and Vidal's going to come in with a crunching 2-footed tackle. Tyler Adams better look out because they're going to be gunning for him immediately. They know. They smell the blood in the water.
That's fair. That's fair.
Watch the way that they play. They say, okay, Cavani's the anchor of this team. Head games. They're the Detroit Pistons. And their squad's depth might not be all that good. This right here, where I have them, vibes. It's a vibes pick. Okay. Do not underestimate Chile.
You went for pedigree.
I went for pedigree. I went for historical performance. I put a whole mix of things in here. Okay. And yes, look, I put some recency bias for some of them, but Chile, I'm so sorry. Chile's pedigree and their history in the Copa America tournament usurps Mexico's recent championship. All I'm saying.
They sure have caused a lot of PTSD for every South American country in the past. As we were talking about, 8 years, I feel like.
They're a nightmare. They're literally pesadilla is what I'm going to start calling them. They're nightmares.
I'm going to say
that Spanish for all you whiteys at home.
I don't disagree. Hit subscribe for the Duolingo you're experiencing on the pod. I'm not going to disagree with anything that you said. My response is that was a long time ago.
Yeah, you're right.
A lot has changed. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah.
But I agree. I think Chile, they will be difficult to beat in the Copa America. But if I'm just objectively looking at how they've done, both in the qualifiers, which was pretty rough, and the recent friendlies or lack thereof, I think 12 for me is about right. So, Connor, who do you have 14th, though? If you have Chile 6, who you got 14?
I got Bolivia 14th.
Okay. You want to just briefly touch on them?
You smoking that Simon Bolivar type shit.
Yeah, look, you smoking that yerba mate with that one. Dude, that is crazy.
Smoking that loud.
If I could smoke that shit, I would. They have never sold me. You know, Paraguay has made really no. Paraguay has never made they have made. They have like a giant slayer tendency, right? They'll put up fights against big teams. Do not show up to Paraguay expecting an easy game. You can't. Don't show up to any Copa America game against a CONMEBOL team and expect an easy game. It's just not going to happen. It's a different tournament. They're going to be out for blood. Bolivia, I've never in my life, and this might be just because, I don't watch them enough, but never once in my life have I been like, damn, that was a great Bolivia game. Damn, that was excellent performance by Bolivia. Never once. So this historically, maybe recent performances should be, taken more into account. But they, for me and my knowledge as it stands, Bolivia is one of those teams that I may rightfully or wrongfully kind of write off.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Well, if you wrote them off at 14, then I certainly wrote them off because they were in my honorable mentions. I mean, for me, they're like Montañas merchants. Like they have to play at home to beat anybody relevant. And I think the second that they have to leave La Paz or wherever else they're playing, they just get cooked. I just think they're just not a good team. The domestic league is weak. Not really any good results recently that I can look to and be like, oh, they're building something. Bolivia,
amount of exports.
No, dude, they're like in eternal purgatory. I feel bad for them because it'd be cool if they were better. But, bro, I've had the same opinion on Bolivia since I started watching the sport. Nothing has changed.
Yeah. No, nothing has changed.
So that's disappointing. I had Costa Rica 14th.
Costa Rica 14th.
Okay. I have them 14th. I'll be quick with it. They just fired their manager, Luis Fernando Suarez. I don't know who the replacement is. If it's been made, you guys let us know in the comments. I think the sacking was the right move because I think that he had maxed out the team. He was too reliant on the older players. That being said, though, just because you sack the manager doesn't mean the guy who comes in is going to be better. So they could get worse, at least in the short term. But I like some of their new players. Not new. They're younger players. I like some of them. I think they should get more reps in the national team. I mean, guys like Julius and Bennett not even getting called up to the Gold Cup is just ridiculous, in my opinion. So I think there's potential here, but it's all on paper. So I need to see how Costa Rica looks with these new players. I mean, I don't know if Borges is going to retire. Joel Campbell, he might be done.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But I think 14th is fair. Costa Ricans, you agree or disagree?
I've got Jamaica 15, Bolivia 14, and Canada 13.
Oh, shite.
Okay, I respect it. I have them pretty low too, but not that low.
Okay, I got them a little higher.
Look, can I talk about Canada, or are we going to talk about something else?
Let's do it.
All right. If you don't have the gumption, the strength, the cohesion, or the coaching to be able to compete fiercely against CONCACAF teams, no shot you're beating Venezuela. It's not happening. Not happening.
Okay.
And I'm sorry. Full stop.
Yeah.
Because I had my list complete up to this point, and I was like, who can they beat? Who do I think they can confidently beat here after these recent looks and recent performances?
El Salvador?
Trinidad and Tobago?
Trinidad and Tobago?
Not on my
Who are
top 15.
terrible. They need to dissolve the team and start again.
It's hard for me to watch their performances, and I know this is probably some recency bias from the Gold Cup, but it's hard for me to watch a team struggle like that and put in mediocre performances like that, and to watch. I don't know what contract situation may have kept like some of their better players from showing up to the Gold Cup, but they needed a trophy.
They did.
To match where they think they're at. They need some pedigree, and they didn't prioritize that. And to me, that smacks of arrogance, and frankly, I don't respect it. And neither will the South American teams. They're going to show up and they're going to body you. I'm just saying.
No, I completely agree. So I'm just going to say I have Canada 9.
Okay.
I have them 9.
Ooh, that's high.
That is
maybe
high.
Before the
That's
World
high.
Cup. Before the World Cup, I probably would have had him like 8.
Before the World Cup, I would have had him 9. 8,
But
9.
John Herdman, we said it after the Gold Cup. He's letting me down. I invested and I'm losing money by the day.
Yeah.
He's becoming complacent as the day keeps going.
Yeah, I mean the fraudulent levels are increasing. I think he's been outcoached severely, all too often in recent games. Happened in the World Cup. You could say twice he got completely outcoached. At the Gold Cup, I know that they didn't have their all-stars, which is bullshit. Like you said, is bullshit. Stop acting like you're the United States or Mexico. You're not on that level. You haven't won this thing since 2001. How dare you put your arrogance and ego aside and send your A team? You know what? You still would have fucking lost to Mexico in the finals. I'm saying that right now. That was inexcusable. In the Nations League, not that they were bad against the United States or against Panama, but Panama kept it very close. And against the U.S., I mean, look, they concede an early goal, and it's kind of tough to gauge the rest of the game. They were trash at the Gold Cup. They were trash in the knockout against the United States with the B team. Sure, who cares? I got them 9 because I just think their star power, their attack is still disgusting. But there's a lot of question marks on this team.
They do have star power. Power.
Yeah.
Can I ask where you have Canada, Jake, so I can write it down?
11.
11? Okay.
Solid.
Okay.
11.
You want to say why you had them there? And then let's talk about Venezuela next.
Yeah. I think just trying to keep it brief, I think Connor stated it very succinctly that
what a good word. This man went to college. That's a $5 word right there.
Out of these top 15 teams, I feel like they only stand a chance at beating the 4 teams below them, which I guess is the whole purpose of a ranking. But they really don't stand a shot against if they can't beat and look good against CONCACAF teams, on a regular basis, they're going to have a really tough time against CONMEBOL teams.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And look, I'm again, with all my takes, I'm more than willing to be proved wrong. But the recency bias is strong with my pick here. Yeah. So,
okay. I think I'm factoring in a lot of the qualifiers in which I thought Canada were the most complete team in CONCACAF.
Valid. Totally valid.
I feel like Canada may be one of the teams on here where both us and the listeners are going to have like the most discrepancy. Like
Yeah,
I could see somebody
agreed.
I could see a Canadian simp. I'm not saying they're right. I could have them having Canada like 5.
There's a lot of different shades to that Canada team.
Yes.
And it's interesting to see which one comes out.
They need more. We need more. Canada needs more.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I agree. I want to talk about Venezuela a little bit because I have them 13th. I think they're underrated as a national team because of like just how little they've done recently in South America, and the fact that they don't go to the World Cups. Like nobody sees them. Like we see them because we watch the Copa America. We like CONMEBOL qualifiers, but like the average football fan probably doesn't even know a single Venezuelan player. But under their manager currently, like I said, I think in the June recap, which you guys can find that on the channel, go check that out. They barely lost. I think they one loss since qualifiers ended, which is like 1 in their last 9 games. Have a couple decent wins in there. Beat Honduras, beat Panama, beat Saudi Arabia twice. I mean, these aren't. Honduras is terrible, but beating Panama and Saudi Arabia, like that's not. What is it? Easy? Not super easy for a team to do. So
It's not a given.
it's not a given. There we go. And I put credence to that. And so I think they will be potentially scary at the next Copa America. But still, I think 13 is probably as high as I can put them.
Okay.
Valid.
What do you guys have Venezuela? Let me just so I can write it down.
Here you go first, Connor.
I got them 14th.
You said Bolivia was 14th.
13th. They're above. Wait, no, hold on. 13th, 12th. Jesus.
Oh,
Christ.
Okay, I was about to say you had Canada 13.
No.
Man needs to work on
I
his
got 'em
numbers.
12th. They're just above. Absolutely not. I refuse.
Okay.
Man needs to work on his numbers. Holy shit.
Okay. What about you, Jake?
They're just above Canada.
I had them 9, actually.
Okay.
I think I fall into the camp where I generally only see them when the Copa comes around, and I don't go out of my way to go and watch some of their friendlies, here and there. But if you look at their past results this past year and even previous, they've beaten and drawn some pretty good teams. I feel like that would, in my opinion, stomp everyone beneath them. Not stomp, but would win on my ranking list.
They're getting results recently, and I'm also taking into account their last game in the Copa America, Jack. We watched the highlights of that when I was in Houston against Ecuador. And I think that was the first time that we saw a true flash of what Ecuador could be. And we saw a flash of a really competitive Venezuela, which had not shown itself prior. So I'm taking – it has been a long time. It's been a long time. But these recent results – to me, those are directional arrows that are pointing to a team that's sick of losing, that wants to play for their home country, that's in dire straits. I don't know. Those boys suit up and they play for the badge. And I think if they do that again, it could be very dangerous because definitely they're going to show up against Canada. They're going to be like, great. You guys want to talk about all this refugee bullshit and like socialism and you want to talk down from your pedestal? Let's play.
Whoa.
Let's play. That's genuinely the attitude a lot of these South American teams have. They're like, cool, you might be a big player on the international stage, but I'm going to humble you right now. For 90 minutes, you're mine.
Just to note to any listeners, Venezuela did make it to the quarterfinals in 2016 and 2019. Although in 2021, they were grouped. And their best ever finish at the Copa is 2011 when it was hosted in Argentina. They got 4th place. So, we haven't really seen the best of Venezuela in a long time, or maybe we have, and that the best is quarterfinals. But let's see. I'm cautiously optimistic of where the program is headed. Jake, why don't you go ahead? Because Connor and I have already said our 12. Why don't you go ahead and say who you got at 12?
12, I got Costa Rica.
Okay. Costa Rica. Connor, where you got Los Ticos?
Los Ticos? Who are they?
Oh, shit.
Bro, you chatting the big poo-poo now.
Not in the top 15.
Oh, my Lord. Okay. Unranked from Connor.
Unranked. They probably crack 16. They probably get 16. They probably get 16 for me.
I think that's a fair
Hold
a
on.
fair statement.
Okay, I just want to say, because you're a big pedigree man. You don't think they've done enough at World Cups and CONCACAF to be top 15?
Maybe. I have not really watched them play, I think is the unfortunate part of this. And yeah, I probably am being a little bit of a hater, but
That 2-0 win against the United States and Costa Rica didn't mean anything to you when they beat that ass? Beat that ass. I mean, bent
Evidently
them
not.
over and spanked them.
Evidently
Yeah.
not.
Okay.
Evidently not. We
What-
talk all the time. We can get into the U.S. men's national team later. I think that's more of a U.S. men's national team fault than a Costa Rica boon, shall we say.
Mm.
I don't know. I just don't really see them. You know what? They could probably beat Jamaica and Bolivia.
That's why I got Costa Rica above both of those, baby.
They definitely beat Jamaica. Like, bro, Jamaica doesn't beat anybody with a FIFA ranking higher than or lower than 90. They
I
lose to
told you.
everybody else.
I gave my reasons for throwing Jamaica at 15. And I'm
Damn,
gonna
that
keep
is a
them there.
crazy take. Below 90.
Below
Or
90.
above 90.
Yeah, they're absolute frauds. I'm sorry. Like, I want to be proven wrong. I need to see something.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so damn, you really got me defending Costa Rica here. So you think that it means nothing that the United States takes an L every single time they play Costa Rica in Costa Rica? It means nothing to you?
I think that that's a great home stadium advantage. That's fantastic. I want to see more. I need to be sold more than a fairy tale 2014 World Cup run. I remember that. I remember the hypes. The hype. I remember seeing all the Costa Rican flags being waved.
Yeah.
I don't know. I need to see more.
They do
not.
No, go ahead.
They don't jump to mind. They don't jump to mind. There's nothing electric about them. I gave my reasons for Jamaica at 15. They have squad depth. They've got superstar power. They've got guys in the trenches in the Prem. Like I want to see more for them. Maybe I guess that's just a bias pick, but I'm comfortable having it there. Yeah. Costa Rica needs to do something electric. And I'm sorry, beating a team that historically, the U.S. historically has an issue, like a failure to launch outside of the United States, outside of the Northeast, it doesn't impress me much. It doesn't.
I don't necessarily disagree with what you're saying, but I refuse on principle. Refuse. To have Jamaica higher than Costa Rica, because Jamaica, you want to talk about I need to see something? I haven't seen shit. You beat St. Kitts and Nevis, and you want to be ahead of Costa Rica? No, sir. Not in my book, but that's okay. You a hater, it's fine. Let's go to number 11. Connor, you want to give us your 11?
11.
Y'all gonna be
Panama.
so mad.
Panama.
Oh, that's who I have.
There it is. It's solid. They're solid. They're a good team. They're finding a good bit of form. Maybe there's a little bit of recency bias here, but I really like the way that they played. We'll see. Let's see.
I was one off on Panama. I had them at 10.
Panama played some beautiful football.
Yo, Panamanians going to be thrilled to hear that we have them 11 and 10. I feel like that's pretty damn good.
That's a big dub.
That's a massive
dub.
Big dubs for the Panamanians.
I'm becoming a massive Thomas Christiansen fan. I think he's that guy. I really think he's that dude.
You're a simp.
I think he's a top 3 coach in CONCACAF. There's I don't know how you can argue.
Wow. All right. Okay.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's
I don't think
trumping Herdman on your list.
Dunking on him currently.
Dunking on him. Post
and one for sure.
Yes. Hanging off the rim. Balls in the face.
Yes. And then he's standing on the rim for about 5 seconds. Herman, he's not stepping back. He just standing there and he just letting it happen, which is the most concerning part. I think y'all know
he's just passive. He's like,
if I'm a sim for anybody, it's Carrasquilla in Panama. And I think there's few teams in the Americas that he does not start for.
Yeah.
Few teams in the both North and South America.
Yes. I think probably anybody outside of the top 3, I think he starts. Like, he doesn't start for Argentina. He doesn't start for Brazil.
Oh, you're talking national team.
I'm talking national team.
I think he'd start for any MLS team.
Oh, yeah. I was saying
Dynamo's best player.
Yeah. Club wise, yes.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Is
again,
he-
maybe not Flamengo or something, but I don't know.
He's playing right now in the preseason, huh?
Yeah, he just played in the Leagues Cup, got an assist, I think, like 2
Yeah.
days ago against Santos Laguna, I think.
Yeah,
They-
I don't
they
know how
didn't-
the transfers work in MLS.
Yeah.
Nobody does.
They don't.
Right, we can play a game in the
They
comments.
were actually talking about it on the Discord. Y'all hop in the Discord. Some good discussion going in there, but I was enlightened as to a
Link
lot
down
of
below.
MLS viscera that you don't really see on the surface. Really interesting conversation.
And we got a lot of MLS, I want to say stands, but fans
dude.
that are in the Discord, and I learn a lot from those guys.
Oh yeah. What I really like is that we have the MLS and the Liga MX in the same channel. I
Mhm.
know it gets a little confusing, but I love the discourse we have there.
I think it keeps it active. That's why I
It does.
decided to combine those. But okay, anything else we want to say about Panama at 11? I mean, Gold Cup final too. I think that needs to be stated.
God bless Panamanian women.
That's true. They are beautiful. Anything you got, Jake? You got him 10.
Jake's
You
like
got him
I
the
hate
highest out of all of
Panamanian
us.
women, actually.
I got him 10 based solely off the Gold Cup result.
Okay.
That's
When they
mainly
met
it.
the-
I mean, but
I said they made World Cup 2018. Got close this time.
yeah, I think they're a team, I feel, out of my whole top 15 where they have zero expectations of them from everywhere across the world. Every football fan, you know, if I ask someone in Russia, like, one, where's Panama on the map, they would have no idea. But two, have you ever, like, what do you expect from the Panama national team? They're going to be like, nothing. Zero. And I feel like if you ask that even of a U.S. fan, an average U.S. fan, they're going to be like, nothing.
They're going to be like, is that a country or a
Yeah.
French territory?
They're going to be like, I
what-
thought we liberated them.
They're like, do we still own that one?
Yeah.
It's like,
I
was
don't
that
know,
one of the
Francois.
countries that we orchestrated a coup in, or is that Iraq? Okay, no, that's totally fair. I think I agree with you completely. They're playing with house money in almost every single situation. They're playing with house money. Let's go to Connor. Give me your number 10.
Oh, this man wants my number 10. You know when Theoden is at Helm's Deep
Where is this going?
and he sees the orc army like pushing up to the gates and he hears the drums and it's like starts to rain on him and he looks around and he's like, and so it begins. I got
Twin
Mexico
Towers?
number 10.
That's insane.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
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 Why are they number 10?
Okay.
Oh no, I'm a fucking idiot. I have Paraguay.
Oh.
Okay. Damn, I got Paraguay too.
At 10?
I'm about to say, I was like, yo, I'm about to go off. Let's talk about
Yeah.
Mexico 10. Yeah, I got Paraguay 10 as well. Jay, where you got Paraguay?
I
8?
had him 15.
Oh,
yeah.
shit, you did. Yeah,
Yeah.
you think they suck. Oh my God.
Yeah, I do think they suck.
That's crazy.
To
That
be
is-
perfectly honest, I think they suck.
I know.
I
That
know.
is evident.
I
That
know.
is-
I'm saying it again. I think they suck.
That is more than clear based on where you have them. Paraguay, I think their attack is probably the best it's been in a long time, like maybe 2010 World Cup or even before. I think they have a decent blend of youth and experience. I don't know about their manager. I don't know. I don't have an opinion yet. Guillermo Schelotto, who I believe is
Schelotto.
Argentine. I'm just going to assume so. Since
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Is it Schelotto?
I think it might be Skeleto. Yeah.
It might be Schelotto.
Skeleto.
He's got 4 wins in 15 games in charge. To give context, it has been a pretty rough 15 games, though. I mean, I think they got like Brazil twice, Argentina, Uruguay, Colombia, Mexico. Like they're winning the games they should win, but they're losing to everybody else, which is kind of a concern because if you're going to go far at the Copa, you need to upset somebody. And I don't really know what the ceiling is for Paraguay.
No.
Probably quarterfinals. Semis
Yeah.
would be.
If it
Wow.
no, Semis would be sick. It's looking like quarterfinals. That's where I would personally expect them, I guess. But yeah, you want to see, dude, I just talked about it. They have like a giant Slayer sort of vibe to them. They're going to show up and they're going to put 90 hard minutes on you. Full stop. Do not show up. Do not underestimate them. Paraguay is that team that like the old heads talk about. My dad, my grandpa, they always come in and they're like, cuidado, ojo con Paraguay. They're like, be careful, keep an eye out. Yeah, they're them, and that's kind of what it is. I think Argentina, when we began this like really wonderful run of form that we are in, that led us to the Copa America, World Cup, Finalissima, Eternal Glory. One of the first games that we kind of got to that I think was a big test to launch us on the right foot to get a good start was Paraguay. And I remember it being tough, and just with some moments of messy brilliance, it like kind of turned around and we started seeing Argentina play in a way that I did not really anticipate. So they're a statement. They're a statement win. They're going to give you nothing for free. And if you beat them, it feels good. It feels good to beat Paraguay because they're not going to give you anything for free. They're a good benchmark. That being said, what is their benchmark? How far can they go? What do they have to do to achieve a truly threatening place? Because I do think they're capable of beating a big team. I think if somebody shows up and they catch them sleeping, Paraguay's a threat. But you're right. With this coach, we need to see a little bit more than consistency. It's time for the next step. But what does that look like? I don't know. That's why I have them at number 10. I think they're so close to being the cream of the crop. Top 10 in the Americas, I'm confident in saying that. Can they rank themselves? No. They're just barely squeezing in as of now. But I think to put them any lower would be a disservice. So,
okay. Yeah, it's a little similar with me and how I see the U.S. under Berhalter. It's like I look at the results and I'm like, okay, you're beating the teams that you're supposed to beat, but like, where are the upsets? Like, I really rate when a manager can win a game in which he is the underdog, and I have not seen that in 15 games. Not like the biggest sample size ever for a manager, but it's a decent amount of games. Like, I need to see you beating somebody in here. Instead, you getting beat by Chile twice, I believe. Like that's just not good enough. At the 2021 Copa America, probably their best win was against Chile, 2-0. Then they lose to Peru in the quarterfinals, which was arguably one of the games of the tournament, ended 3-3, and then Peru wins on pens. But I think that's kind of where we're headed again. Is a quarterfinals. It's going to be a good game, competitive, no matter who it's against. And I think they end up coming short. That's kind of what I see for Paraguay.
That's why they're 15th, baby. I have zero faith in those boys.
That's straight hate. I'm going to go to my next one. So, number 9, I have Canada. We already talked about that. Jake, you have Venezuela. Connor, who do you have 9? You have not said yours yet. You have Mexico 9. Okay. Let's just where do you have Mexico, Jake?
8.
Okay.
I mean, I have him the semis, and he's gonna fucking bully the shit out of us.
I have them 7th. So
okay. It kind of goes in bias ranking. I feel like Jack, the highest bias, me in the middle, Connor, he's hateful.
I think I'm the most realistic. Jake, you have some hate, and Connor's the leader of the Mexico hate club.
No, I really don't. I'm a Mexican.
No, you Argentines, you don't respect us.
He's the co-founder and president.
Y'all love to push this dynamic.
Look, I just go off what I see on Twitter.
Nothing to do with this. All right. Well, I just go off of what I see on the field. So,
okay.
We'll
remember that.
All right. Remember it. Remember it. I have nothing against Mexico. I've got nothing against the Mexicans. Every single team above them, I think they're going to have a tough game. It's going to be a very tough game. I don't think that they beat a lot of them. I think they beat Paraguay. I just sang Paraguay's praises. I just think this top 10, I mean, outside of like the top 2, we all know.
Yeah, we all know.
A massive leap from 3 to 2 and 1, you know? It's just insane. But I think the next 10 through 6, maybe even 10 through 5, dogfight. Absolute dogfight. I think the margins are very close. But just from what I've seen from Mexico, we don't have enough a big enough sample size with the new coach and the new pedigree and yeah, I'm definitely not going to put them any lower. They're just coming off of a trophy, but some of the games that they had to win getting up there were not pretty.
Certainly not.
And there's a chance that Panama beats them. And I have Panama way lower. Well, like 3-4 lower.
Yeah.
So,
what about you, Jake?
I view Mexico, and this is the way that I kind of looked at my whole ranking list, top 15 holistically. I'm viewing them right now as just kind of a bang average team who they just need to figure some stuff out and they can work their way back up, upwards in the rankings. But right now, I put them in the middle of the list.
Bang average relative to the Americas or global football?
Bang average relative to the Americas, just in this list.
Interesting. 9 for Mexico. That's pretty low in my opinion. I think
eight's the perfect spot. Let's be
8
real.
is mildly disrespectful. 7, maybe I might even be underselling them. No, but the way I see Mexico is I put them here for a couple like major reasons. The most obvious one is the teams below them. I think that Mexico can beat all of these teams.
oh yeah.
I think they're better than Peru. Like sorry.
Mexico can beat just about every team on this list. That's just the virtue of Mexican football. Sometimes you get just a shockingly good performance. Beautiful football, playing for the badge, looks very healthy, like a little machine with little bits of star power. Mexico at its finest. At its worst, at its mediocre.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, I agree.
I don't want to give away the rest of my list, but I got key points to make.
I'll try to keep this as short as possible, but I think the teams above Mexico, I think we beat all of them. And I really rate the fact that Mexico's record against South American teams is very good. People don't understand this. And this is probably the one myth that enrages me more than anything else is that like every time I see a comment, it's like, oh, well, Mexico, if they were in South America, they'd never qualify for the World Cup. They're Venezuela level. Son, we literally have a winning record against every single South American team except Brazil and Argentina. Every other team. Ask the Uruguayans about their record against Mexico. Ask the Colombians. Ecuador, bro, y'all know I love y'all. I'm not saying we own property in Quito, but I'm not saying we don't.
Close.
It's getting close.
In there.
Hey, we put the deposit down. That's all I'm saying. With all due respect. And some of the bottom teams, but they don't even sniff us. If Mexico were part of CONMEBOL, they would qualify for every single World Cup. They would. They absolutely would. Would it always be pretty? Would it always be close? Would they finish first? Hell no. Brazil's got that on lock. But they would do so. And you don't know?
This last year of qualifications was rough. That dogfight at the bottom. Let's not forget how well everybody was playing in that.
In CONMEBOL.
That was tough. I think you're in the conversation. I think last year was probably one of the hardest years to qualify.
Really? Chile almost qualified and their team is terrible.
They were playing really well.
They missed out on a thread.
Did you? Yeah, they did. And so did Peru. And Peru was on a tear. That was the end of the Gareca era. Like, I don't know. That was a real dogfight there at the end.
And then
look, the quality of teams is dragged down, and you lose any sort of benefit or a lot of the benefit that you get from like skill by virtue of the grit that these teams play with, right? Because Chile, they might not compete with you, but in regards to tech or overall squad depth or quality or organization, they're going to show up and they're going to beat your ass. That's how they're going to even the playing field.
They will attempt to, yes. But
I think Mexico doesn't respond well to that.
I think that's exaggerated too. I feel like the narrative that Mexico's just got this super soft underbelly. I also don't think
No,
that's true.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. For the record, I am not saying that. I'm not saying that.
We played Chile 10 times right now.
Okay.
We probably win 5, draw 3, lose 2.
Damn.
I think you draw 1. I think you get
Okay.
1 more loss in there. But I agree.
Okay.
I agree. I agree with that.
That's fine. I'm okay with that. And people also need to realize, like, the World Cup was trash. Like, I've never enjoyed a World Cup less because of Mexico. Like, I couldn't even really enjoy the other teams because my team was so ass. We left arguably our 4th best player at home. We left our best striker at home for the World Cup. Like, God knows what happens against Poland and Saudi Arabia if we have Santi Jimenez. Tecatito, who, I mean, I feel like he's way too disrespected in terms of people just kind of forget about him. He hasn't played in like a year for Mexico. At the Gold Cup, I know it wasn't like on paper we still have the strongest team, but we're still missing the big guns in our attack. No Alexis Vega, no Chucky Lozano, no Tecatito. Thank God we brought Santi. Like, that's something to celebrate. And we still have 50 guys in Liga MX under the age of 22 who, for diplomatic and political reasons, cannot break into the team. If Mexico cleaned up how they perform business, I would have them 4.
Dude,
that would probably never happen.
Mexico is the largest Spanish-speaking nation in the world. If their organization and their footballing structure was different, they'd be a world superpower. They'd be a world superpower. Yeah. But until that happens, unfortunately, it is an almost. It is a what if. Those are all intangibles, you know?
No, and you're right. And I just can't. I cannot have them 3 spots lower than Chile, which is what you have. I cannot say with a straight face Chile are 3 spots better than Mexico.
But I gave my reasoning, and it's odd reasoning. It is odd reasoning.
It is. I think
I stick by it. Yeah. Oh my God, for sure.
He has PTSD.
You want to talk about bias? Literally nobody has worse Chilean bias than me. No, nobody. Than Argentines, just in general. Okay.
Yeah.
Not nightmare. They're a nightmare of a team.
They own y'all. They effing own y'all.
I'm going pee.
You know that's straight facts.
All right, Jake, you want to start us with your number 7?
Gentlemen, we just had a new jerk chicken place open up next door. Outstanding news. But they don't have no red stripe.
I was about to say,
find no red stripe in the city.
R.I.P. to your butthole. All right, Jake, give us number 7. Give us your number 7.
Peru.
Okay. Connor?
And I'm going to completely contradict the statement that you just said. I think Peru would beat Mexico right now.
Well, that's interesting because we beat them the last time we played them.
That's okay.
And that just happened. That's just a one-off game.
It is a one-off game, but we still need to go off the hard data sometimes.
It's a one-off game. I'd say if Peru and Mexico played, let's use your example, data. 10 games.
Okay.
Peru would win. Shit, I was about to say 7, but I knew that you
completely disrespectful.
Dude, I could take a 5-5. I could take a straight 5-5 split. I honestly could take a 3-3 with 2 draws each.
Just to prove my reasoning about ranking them higher than Mexico, I'm going to say 6 wins Mexico. Or 6 wins Peru, excuse me.
Ain't no way in hell we lose in
no
6
ties.
out of 10
ties, baby.
Games.
No ties.
To a 39-year-old Paulo Guerrero-led Peru.
You mad?
Who gonna score the goals? Christian Cueva.
Mad.
Cueva means cave.
You
mad. I think that's where he needs to stay because he never doing shit for the national team.
You mad?
Sam.
Subscribe for some Espanol.
That Duolingo sponsorship coming.
Yeah, Duolingo. Hey, it's coming. Y'all know I like Peru. Connor, you like Peru. We all respect Peru. I have them 8, just below Mexico. I do think it's close, but I think quite literally at every single part of the pitch, Mexico is just slightly better.
Yeah, agreed.
That's it. I mean, I think it's very simple.
Dude, I completely agree with you. Completely agree with you. I've got Peru just above Mexico.
You have them at 8?
I have them at 8.
Okay.
And, dude, it's going to be the South American bias again. I'm looking forward. I think I'm realizing that a lot of this I took like, okay, where are they going to place? A lot of my metric was where are they going to place the Copa America? Like what's going to happen there? I think Peru is better equipped to deal with a lot of these teams than Mexico. And I know you said Mexico has the winning record against a lot of them. But what happens if they catch an early game against a big team like a Brazil or an Argentina? I don't think Peru goes quietly into that cold night, and neither does Mexico. But I think Peru would put on a better game. I think they're more used to it, and I'm more than ready just to prove. Again, not a Mexico hater. I'm more than ready to be proved wrong. More than ready to be proved wrong. This is South American bias. South American bias here. CONMEBOL bias.
I agree. What I will say to that in response is I actually think Mexico played pretty well when we play Brazil. We usually keep it close. We don't get bullied. Sometimes we get sneak the odd win. I mean, I was looking, I think we played them 40 times and we've won 10. So
that's solid. That's solid.
Dude, it is solid. Now we lose a lot. I think we have like 10 wins, 10 draws, 20 losses, but like
that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. A draw against Brazil is a win.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's like people are like, "Oh, y'all suck." Y'all have no idea what y'all are talking about. Now, Argentina.
I never said y'all suck. Just for the record, I know some people don't extrapolate some of that.
But hey, we have some subscribers. Y'all know who you are who think Mexico are absolute dog water, and that's just not true. Argentina are Mexico's boogeyman. Like, we have no answer for Argentina. So Peru 100% give y'all a better game than we do. But we give Brazil a better game than Peru, in my opinion. Right now.
I could be inclined to agree with that.
I can follow that very roundabout logic there.
I'm also
gymnastics.
The extrapolation here.
Yeah.
This man's going for Olympic gold in extrapolation.
The transitive property.
No,
I want to reiterate.
60 dunks.
I was laughing when you said Argentina was the boogeyman. It is not because I'm excited that Argentina is specifically Mexico's boogeyman. I just love the badge. I love the colors. I do it for the culture. You say that about anybody. You say Argentina's Uruguay's boogeyman, which is, incorrect, but I'm still going to laugh. I'll take it.
Shit, Uruguay might be y'all's boogeyman.
You're correct. I got 3.5 more years of being insufferable, okay? So, buckle up.
Yeah, man. All those Copa
Nothing
Americas.
against Mexico.
Yeah.
San Miguel de Allende, I'm going to retire there.
Yeah, man.
I love it.
That's crazy.
I'm going to be insufferable there, too. I'm going to be like,
Absolutely.
86 in 2022. I'm going to be like, get this motherfucker out of here.
Look, all I'm saying is I'm not sure how many Argentines make it into a combined Argentina-Uruguay 11, but we'll get to Uruguay later.
Oh, my God. Don't play with me. Don't play with me, bro.
Okay.
I almost got pissed. Dude, like the part of my brain that tracks logic and reason shut down immediately and just adrenaline started fucking thumping. I'm sweating right now.
Primalism. Yeah. Okay. All right, Connor, why don't you give us your 7?
Jake and I really should have numbered these because now I got to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, Lord.
You got Peru 8.
Yeah,
got
Peru
Chile
8.
6.
USA number.
Oh, you're a hater.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna be mad on you too.
They are. They are.
Do whatever they want. Everybody's gonna be mad. All right. I'm okay with that. I think
that's a little.
I'll tell you right now. Chile catches USA. Oh baby. The
It's a
USA
game.
is not prepared for that. Tyler Adams gonna have to show out. Weston McKennie's gonna have to play the game of his life because Vidal, he's lubing up.
I don't think Weston starts
going
that
for
game.
full penetration.
That scenario is true if we assume that Vidal has not already been suspended for a straight red card that he picked up in the previous match.
Valid, very valid.
Which about 50% probability that
50%.
he's facing a 3-match ban after the first Copa game.
Dude, if that's the opening game, I'm telling you right now, opening game USA Chile stomps.
Okay.
First game of the tournament, set the tone. You don't want that. You don't want that because CONMEBOL is going to see that and they're going to smell blood in the water. Don't do that.
Dude.
U.S. Federation, do not do that.
We touched on it in our Copa America preview video, but you guys should check that out. I'll put the link down below. You guys are showing that video a lot of love, so I appreciate that. You said it in that video, and I completely agree. Every South American team, it wants to take the United States' head off. in
Oh,
this
Oh,
tournament.
yeah.
They want to.
They're going
They
to
want
kill him.
They love it. I just told you, the high horse, the big player on the international stage, the bigger that is, the more that we want to humble them. And nobody more than Chile. Nobody more than Chile.
Mhm.
I mean, Venezuela, dire economic straits, but I mean, Chile's doing decently right now. Still, they
Very
got
expensive to
hatred.
live there.
It is. They got hatred in their heart, though. They got a hatred in their heart that we are not prepared for. And these young boys playing for the U.S., oh, baby.
Yeah, they've
It's
never
going to be
experienced
rough.
something like
They're
that.
going to be, no, they're going to be playing against grown men
Mhm.
who are angry. They got that grown man strength. And maybe they just give it to you for 45 minutes, but yo, set the tone in that first 45, you're going to be playing scared in the second.
Mhm.
All I'm saying.
Oh, the first foul to kick off the Copa America is going to be a beautiful thing.
It's straight up. They're going to be running and boom, like
Yep.
cock back, boom, straight forward.
Mhm.
High ankle sprain is what I'm looking at.
It's going to
Yeah.
be insane.
And you hope it's not Tyler Adams.
So let's have a group discussion about the USA right now. So Jake, first you just tell me where you have them. So Connor has them 7. You have them.
The U.S. boys, the Freedom Fighters, I got them at 5.
Okay, that's exactly where I have them.
I know you like these Texas shorts.
So we
yeah.
got 5-5-7 with the United States. Okay, who wants to kick off our reasoning for why we have the U.S. so high or so low, depending on who's listening?
We got a good squad. We've got a good squad. I think we put in some solid performances. Are we where we should be? I don't think so. Are we performing to our full potential? I don't think so. Is Berhalter coming in going to be, a great decision? I don't think so. Is he equipped for the Copa America? I don't think so. That's why I've got him, I guess lower than some people should think. But I mean, I don't think they've got a prayer against Brazil. I don't think they've got a prayer against Argentina. Still, I think Uruguay. We haven't seen Uruguay. We don't know what they're going to look like. And Colombia too, dude. Come on, those guys. I really don't think we've got a prayer against any of them. Best shot is against Colombia, and that just depends on Colombia. That's how Colombia shows up, right? I think the USA is capable of being beat by a lot of the teams below them. Mexico, I think for sure. For sure, Mexico shows up. They're coming off of the Gold Cup win. They show up. They play angry. They play well. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think we're really beatable. I think we're a really beatable team. But we have some significant upsides, too, with a decent amount of star power. So don't sleep on us, but also very vulnerable. I look at us, and it's definitely not to the same caliber, but Argentina, when, before this insane run of form, which I still can't truly comprehend. Damn, she's a pretty jersey. They were very
far better, but keep going.
Yeah, probably the 2014 version of the same kid was probably better. But
no, the 2019 Copa or 2021 Copa, I think is still y'all's best ever. No, but you hate the camo, that's why.
Oh, he's got 8.
Look at that.
He's got 8 jerseys of the same.
8, and I brought another one home. I saw one at home. Is a Dybala jersey, and I had to bring that sucker back. I didn't even fit in it.
You stole it from Bernard.
No, it's not. They bought it for Anna, and Anna was like, "I'm not going to wear this." I said, "Give me this." I worn it once. Anyway, I was like looking at it. My God. Anyway, we're very beatable. It's a very arrogant team. It depends on which way the wind's blowing on a given day, and for that reason, you can't put them too high, but you also can't put them too low. They were honestly a headache to rank in this.
Yeah,
kind of a pain in the ass. I had trouble with them in Mexico probably the most here. Very, very difficult. Mm-hmm. But I think USA edges out on paper, and yeah, maybe there's a little bit of bias in there. I also saw some promising stuff at the Gold Cup. Not that I think that anything there is going to impact Copa America too much, but yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty comfortable where I have them.
You took the pessimist approach. I feel like Jack and I maybe took or at least I took the realistic approach, where I do hear what you're saying that, I mean, I could make the argument other than maybe for 2 teams here on the top 15 list that, any team ranked above others, can get beat by anyone beneath them, on an off day. I feel like the U.S., even with Greg's appointment or reappointment back, I think they're in the best spot that they've ever been. And they have the potential and I think the forward momentum to keep building on this. And I think there's really no stopping at least their 18 guys unless they come up against, something that they've never faced before, some like unknown challenge. And that could be a, like a Brazil, or like a Colombia or even like a Chile. I think that that's still a fair shot where those boys don't know what it's like going against men whose whole lives who would rather have their families executed and their balls chopped off
sold to the Contras living in the jungles of
then
Colombia.
not be able to play for their national team, or like to play the sport that they love, to play football,
Yeah.
Like I bet if I asked Serginho Dest if he would rather like go shop in Milan or like,
yes,
play pickup or something, he would say, "Oh, shopping."
Yes. Would he rather get the latest Kappa tracksuit or score in his debut for whatever club he ends up at next season? He's taking that Kappa all day.
Yeah, which is
all day,
which is totally fine. But it's just
he'll take a fresh dry fit over a week-long sabbatical with the U.S. men's guys.
It's a different culture.
He'll take a Hanes 3-pack of undershirts.
It's a different
white.
Yes.
He'll take a crisp dap up from Lionel Messi over.
No, I agree. I completely agree. I think you're spot on when you say that this is the best that the United States has ever been relative to the rest of CONCACAF and CONMEBOL. I don't think there's ever been a point in history where the United States even had an argument to be top 5. And I want to say I had them at 5 over, spoiler alert, Ecuador, who I had at 6 by a hair. And I'll get into Ecuador in a second, but
we finally agree on something.
Greg Berhalter. Well, yeah, we got 2. I think we got 2 back-to-back. That's crazy. Greg Berhalter is not inspiring. He does not get a lot of upset wins, a lot of upset victories. What he's good at is not conceding goals and not losing. Last video, Connor, we talked about the United States record against CONMEBOL teams under Greg Berhalter. 4 draws in 6 games. He doesn't lose very often. That can be good or bad, depending on how you want to look at it. But the U.S. is a stubborn-ass team, and they are difficult to beat. Could Paraguay beat them 3-0 out of nowhere? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
They could also grind Paraguay down and win 2-0. It's kind of how I see it. So maybe it was you, Connor, that said that the difference between like 9 through 3 is like pretty close, and I think it is. We're getting to really, really fine margins here. Yeah, I agree. And look, the Copa America is going to tell us a lot. Although the U.S. will still be protected because they're spoiled and can't play away from home. So that's just one asterisk to have next to their performance in that tournament. I want to say the reason I had them over Ecuador is one reason and one reason only, and that is Ecuador were not able to make it out of their group at the World Cup. If Ecuador beats Senegal in that game, I have Ecuador 5 and I have US 6 right now. But they needed to win that game against a Sadio Mane-less Senegal, and they couldn't do it, and that is a concern. And I will say, if you're Ecuadorian, let me know in the comments if this is true, but I'm seeing a disturbing amount of comments. I don't know if it's from Ecuadorians or other South Americans or Mexicans, maybe. I don't know. That apparently every time there's an important game that means something, Ecuador loses. That seems to be like the narrative here. So y'all let me know if that's true or not. I don't know enough about the history of the Ecuadorian national team to know if that's real or not. But I do agree that loss against Senegal, it wasn't good. It needed to be a victory, and it wasn't. And so that's why I have them narrowly behind the United States. I think it's a massive deal that Gonzalo Plata, who was kind of like the next up in the Ecuadorian attack, has now signed a deal to go play in Qatar. I think that's disastrous. Absolutely disastrous for the Ecuadorian national team. On the plus side, I think their defense is arguably the second best in the Americas.
Wow.
I think it's, dude, Piero Encampié, Preciado, Ordóñez, Torres, Arboleda, Castillo, Estupiñán, Pacho. The depth is insane.
Throw Caicedo in there too.
Yeah. Is he the best 6 in the Americas? If he's not 1, he's 2. It's him or Casemiro. Like, that's it. There's nobody else there. Maybe Ugarte, if he's considered like a 6 for Uruguay, there might be like a discussion. I don't think he's as good, but
What about Paredes?
Hell no, son. That man doesn't even lace them boots up.
Shit.
Does Paredes crack top 5? I don't know. Maybe 5.
Casemiro.
Shit, I'd take Tyler Adams. over that
Casemiro.
boy.
Yeah,
Shit.
I go Casemiro, Edson, Ugarte, Caicedo. Who's Colombia's 6? Is it oh my god, his name begins with a goddamn B. What's his name? Borges. Whatever. I don't think Paredes is top 5. I really don't. I really don't think it's top 5. But that's kind of like my argument for and against Ecuador. It's like the offense is a little weak. Felix Sanchez is a green question mark. He did win the Asian Cup, but he's still a question mark nonetheless. And the defense is raw. Absolutely raw.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you guys have Ecuador?
6. Like you.
And Connor, where you got him?
I'm working.
Unranked.
I got them 5.
Okay. Why do you think they are higher than the U.S.? Just tell me that.
I think they've got a lot more potential. I think the boys are accustomed to playing against a higher quality of team, and I think they can deliver outside of the U.S. or outside of Ecuador. You know,
I agree with that last point.
If you can just lock down some of those bigger games, I think that'll be the signifier that they have transcended or they have reached a level of maturity that we haven't seen from them yet. They're not mature. They're still boys. They're still pretty young. But the second that they can win those big games, that's going to be like, okay, that's your bar mitzvah. That's your transition from boys to men.
So you think, if I understand correctly, you are saying that despite the U.S. making it to the round of 16 and Ecuador failing to do so in a group in which you could argue they should have been the second team, despite that, you still have Ecuador 2 spots higher than the United States.
He's using facts and logic against you, Connor. You cannot win. I'm sorry.
I cannot win this. You know what? I'm gonna stick with it. Yeah. Okay. I'll still say that they didn't.
I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm just
they didn't look. You are correct. You are correct in all of this. I think they've got a higher ceiling though, and I'm more confident in Ecuador leveling up than I am in the U.S. men's national team. I think that
is a
could take the
horribly, tragically incorrect take. You think Ecuador is?
I think they could take the next step over the U.S. before the U.S. Yeah, I think so.
So you think that Pulisic, now Yunus Musa at AC Milan, Tim Weah at Juventus, Brandon Aronson in the Bundesliga, Ricardo Pepi just signed a move.
Well, I mean, just go down the list.
Let's talk about the defense. Let's talk about the defense.
Oh, that Ecuador's defense is clear.
Okay, then fantastic. I'm here for it. Let's try and get Timothy Weah to score a goal.
I agree
against Incapié.
Hey, can I get Gonzalo Plata to score more than 1 fucking goal in a season? 1 goal?
Totally valid.
That's one of my favorite players, but it wasn't good enough.
Gio Reyna's getting bodied by Caicedo. Gio Reyna is getting pocketed, shut down, silenced, put away. Put him in the drawer. Take him out of the pocket.
They are like complete opposite teams.
No, Ecuador can't score goals.
Nobody's scoring any goals is what I'm getting at.
All right. I'm going to put it like this. Y'all let me know in the comments, then we got to move on. Head coach, I give Ecuador the edge. Ain't no way in hell Greg Berhalter on Qatar wins the 2019 Asian Cup. Never in a million years.
Nope.
Felix Sanchez is a better tactician. Defense, I got to go Ecuador, and I don't even think it's close. I think they absolutely obliterate. Not a single American starts. Goalkeeper, I have to give Matt Turner. I will say Matt Turner. Midfield, I'm going to give US the edge.
Yeah.
I'm going to give US the edge. Maybe if Sarmiento pans out, he's just signed a loan deal to West Brom, maybe. But for now, US. And then attack, it's not an argument. Baby. US all the way.
Yeah.
All the way. Like Valencia, he doing it by himself.
I'm just saying.
You guys let us know. You
give him a 10-game series. I think the defense holds strong. The defense makes less mistakes, so the U.S. doesn't score. I think the U.S. makes mistakes. And if some of these, guys can string together a couple good passes, you don't play on Jedi's side, I think you can get a goal past the U.S.
Possibly.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that, but I also think if the U.S. is down 1-0 and Ecuador's down 1-0, the U.S. have more firepower to come back.
The U.S. has to get the one. The
So
U.S.
does
has to
Ecuador.
get the one. Okay.
You can't rely on a 36-year-old guy.
I think that
to
the
score all your goals.
USA makes the mistakes before. If it's just going to be set pieces. It's going to be set pieces that they're going to have to score off of. And yeah, maybe the USA can bang in a free kick, but corners, I give it to Ecuador. Corners, I give it to Ecuador.
Okay.
Yo.
On both ends, offensively and
Okay.
defensively.
Okay.
Aerial dominance.
Look, I cannot stress enough how ready I am to have Ecuador I got him 6 right now. I'm ready to have him 4. I'm ready to have him 3.
Oh, yeah.
I'm willing to do that. I just need the results. I need the results. I can't keep just putting them higher and higher because I love Incampié and Preciado. Like, that's just not enough at a certain point. Let's move it on to number 4, and I feel like it's a bit of a hot take. I got Uruguay 4.
Uruguay 4.
Holy shite. We are copying each other. Get out of my head.
Do we have a clean sweep for the Uruguayos at 4?
So we have...
Wow.
Okay.
I wasn't expecting that.
It's got to be.
Okay. Say more.
I think, we've been talking about pedigree. They've got a lot.
It's our favorite word on the channel.
It
Pedigree.
is. And gumption, I feel like.
God, say that shit once a video. Dude.
I know. I think this is probably man, I don't want to say that they are weak right now, but they are the least inspiring, I feel like. And they're just going through some growing pains. And I feel, and I kind of looked at it this way with Uruguay and US, because I couldn't tell who would go above and below. I think Uruguay they'd probably win 5 against the US.
I'll go 6 or 7. I go 6 or 7.
Higher. Okay.
But let me say, I think almost all of those would be 1-0. Like a 1-0 Uruguay win.
Yes, there wouldn't be any,
again, lots of set pieces.
No. Uruguay's not winning 5-1 against the US.
No. Leave that to the Brazilians.
When was the last time Uruguay scored 5? I need to look that up. 1952.
No way.
No, I just pulled that out of my ass. But it sounds right, doesn't it? I mean, all right, Uruguayans, comment down below.
They scored 4 against Nicaragua this year. And then they scored 5 against Panama last year, 2022, the summer.
There we go. I stand corrected. It's a high-power offense capable of blitzing any team in the world.
Offense forward. Look, I will say that I'm excited to see what that offense transitions into under Bielsa. That's scary. That's scary.
It is, but it's all theory at this point in time.
Agreed.
There's too many question marks around Uruguay right now. Like, what is this Bielsa-led team going to look like? What is the new identity of Uruguay going to be? Because when I think like stereotypical Bielsa ball and stereotypical Uruguay ball, they're not the same. So something's got to give.
Yep.
This is the end of Suarez and Cavani. What does this new generation look like? Godin just retired, one of the GOATs the other day. Yeah. Shout out to Diego Godin, one of the best to ever do it. Cáceres, I'm not sure if he's in the squad anymore. He shouldn't be. So there's a lot of question marks.
There's a lot of overturn, yeah.
Exactly. This is a complete transitional period. I don't think anybody should be expecting Uruguay to win the next Copa America because it's just way too soon. But I guess when's the next one? 2027? 2020. Yeah. Is it every 4 years? So it'd be 2028. That is the Copa America that they should be looking at to win.
It's every 2 years, I think.
Have they made it every 2? Bro, it's like every 4 years, then it's 3, then it's 2, then it's back to 4.
South America. No consistency here. We're gonna have back-to-backs for the Centenario. I don't know, dude. Just let it be what it is.
I personally loved that. Give me more Copa America. I'm totally cool with that. Okay, let's go number 3. So I'm going to guess we have another clean sweep here, unless Jake has gone full hater mode with Colombia.
Colombia 3. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's fair.
Colombia came out of nowhere for me. I did not expect them to overhaul their team from, post Copa America form to what they are now at all. Very pleasantly surprised. Nice to have some fresh.
Yeah, nice to have them back, I feel like.
Yeah, nice to have them back. I was very worried that they were going to drop off. So, very happy about this.
Nah, dude. I mean, their record lately is very encouraging. I mean, they go to Asia, draw the Koreans, and then beat the Japanese and Japan, which is always really tough to do. They beat Iraq, who I think are underrated because nobody rates Middle Eastern football. And then they beat the Germans in Germany. And before that, they're down 2-0 against Mexico. They scored 3 goals in a row in the United States, which is basically a home game for Mexico. And they get the dub. Then they thrash Paraguay the next game. Like, they are good right now. They're really, really good right now. So I think I kind of see Colombia as like an Italy almost. It's like they miss out on the World Cup. So people are like, they must suck. Like, what happened? This team is trash. But sometimes, dude, shit just happens. Yeah. Sometimes when Carlos Queiroz is your manager, you're just not going to do anything. And that's exactly what happened with Colombia. They get spanked 6-1 by Ecuador. Got to be one of their worst losses in history, thanks to Carlos Queiroz. And
you are a hater.
The ultimate fraud. Yeah. But I don't think that the definition, if you open the Oxford Dictionary, you go to the F section, you look up fraud. It's just Carlos Queiroz, his headshot
just
right
down the line. Yeah. Just down the line.
Yeah. It's also, if you look up turtle in the dictionary, it is also Carlos Queiroz's headshot. What I'm trying to say is I feel like it was an accurate representation of Colombia, and I think they're damn good. Anything y'all want to say about it before we go to number 2?
Nope.
Number 2, Brazil?
Yeah, number 2, Brazil, and I really wanted to put them lower.
Like 3 or something?
So did I, dude.
Dude, I wanted to go low at 4.
Oh, God.
But when you look at their record in the Americas, everyone's daddy.
They own CONMEBOL qualifying.
Yes.
They own it.
They own it. I've never seen anything like it.
Let's not get it twisted. Underperforming? Yes. Poorly performing? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Brazil's underperformance is still, where did they finish in the World Cup? 4th?
No, they lost in the quarters.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, shit. Well, then.
Yeah, they suck.
I don't know. They're still up there. Top 5 team in the world still. And they're not playing well.
I mean, dude, a terrible World Cup qualifying campaign for Brazil is 2 losses from 16 games. That's like it's like a national emergency.
Yeah.
They're like, we lost to Argentina away, and then we tied Colombia at home. Like, we need to fire the coach.
And they're getting Ancelotti. Ancelotti is their reserve.
That'll be crazy. Come on. I need to see that happen because I'm scared that it's taking so long. It's not going to. That will be a game changer.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know what to think about that. That's just
I don't. Is there just because we all obviously have Argentina number 1? Is there any argument whatsoever that Argentina's not one?
Squad depth, overall squad quality, okay. I think. But dude, again, Argentina's the number 1 for vibes. They've got a chemistry that we don't see in world football. France has got that. But even then, I would say it's to a lesser extent because France's squad quality is so vastly superior.
Yeah,
to even this incredible Argentina squad.
Yes. I feel like when I watch Argentina play, it's watching the band of brothers go out there for their last battle, and they will shed blood, they will shed tears, maybe even poop a little on the field for their bros.
Oh yeah, you glad they got them liners built into those shorts.
Yeah, and it's just a different mentality and a different way that this new team, I feel like, is approaching the game and approaching the way that they play with each other, and that's shown in how fluid they are and how successful of a form run that they've been on.
I agree.
The only other team, and I actually would say that France's culture aspect like that has actually dropped off, I think, since 2018. I would say Croatia is probably the only other team where I feel like they go out there and they fight for their brothers. They fight for their country.
I would say I think of Senegal too when I think of a very extremely cohesive locker room culture. I think of Senegal as well. And,
Okay.
what do these teams have in common? They've had the same manager for a while, especially Croatia and Senegal. And Scaloni, they had a guy who came in and immediately clicked with the players, had their respect, and let them play how they needed to play to win. I feel like whenever we have a manager that runs contrary to the culture in the club, or the locker room, excuse me, then that's when you start to see divisions. And you brought up France. I would say France wins in spite of themselves. They always have locker room issues. There's always a controversy. Someone's blackmailing somebody. Somebody's banging someone's wife.
Some sex tape going on. Yeah,
there's I don't know, some racial incident happened during training. I mean, it's insane. They're just so damn good. It doesn't
Halloween
matter.
rolled around and
Someone got a little too liberal with the costume and
the face paint, bust out the shoe polish.
Uh-huh.
We got an
and
issue
now it's front page of L'Equipe. And there's riots. Actually, I'm not sure if that has anything to do with the players, but yeah, I mean, look, Argentina got the vibes, they got the talent, and most importantly, they have the silverware to be number one. A Brazilian, you're welcome to make the argument in the comments why you guys should be ranked number one. I'd love to read that.
Please include as to why you can't win anything with Neymar. I want to know. Curious.
I want to know too.
I'm a Neymar fan. I'm a Neymar fan, but something ain't working.
I mean, Neymar's a beast. Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe it's the play style or something ain't working there. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna see. I just want to tally this up. I'm looking at the FIFA rankings. I'm just gonna quickly say I guess what the biggest difference between our ranking and what FIFA has. 15, Jamaica. 14, Venezuela. 13, Paraguay. 12, Costa Rica. 11, Panama. 10 is Canada. Where did we have Canada?
I had them 11.
9. Yeah, I had them 9. You had them 11. Connor had them 13. Okay. 9, they have Ecuador.
Oh, that's low.
8, they got Chile. That's significantly higher than you and I, Jake.
They hit in the crack pipe on that.
Yeah. 7, they have Peru, which is what
exactly what I had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 6, they have Colombia. 5, Uruguay. 4, Mexico. Crazy. 3, USA. Madness. 2, Brazil. And number 1, Argentina.
Oh.
Colombia going to stomp USA.
They're going to stomp. Yep. Actually, I'm not even going to say unfortunately. I think it'd be a good thing for the program.
I think it would be a great thing for the program, actually. It would be awesome.
We did. So the U.S. did tie them recently, right?
B squads. But yes, 0-0 B squads.
It's like when you see like a rowdy kid in like the supermarket and the parent like grabs him. Like, I'm going to beat that if you get home. You're like, ooh, good.
You can't, but yeah, you can't stop watching.
Yeah, you're just like, ooh.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty close to a Gold Cup squad that I'm looking at for the U.S. in this game. I didn't watch it because I don't support teams that field a B team. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. Look, we'll see, guys. Those are the rankings. You guys let us know. Like I said, yours down below in the comments. Hit subscribe so you don't miss any future ranking videos like this one. Maybe we'll do it for Africa. Maybe we'll do it for Europe, or maybe we'll just do like an overall FIFA, everybody included top 15 or something like that. That might be a little bit more digestible for
any sort of discrepancies you may have. Hop in the Discord for it because we are all way more active there than we are in the comments section as of late. There's just a lot going on in the Discord. So yeah, it's just taking a little bit of a priority. We are still active in the comments, so drop them below, shoot us a like or something like that. But And don't forget to subscribe. Get in here. I know y'all just be Googling or like, searching Deadball TV in the YouTube thing. Just do it. That way our videos pop up first. You can see the fresh ones.
I do think like 45% of people aren't subscribed that watch our content. So
That's wild to me.
Boo.
That's wild.
But
To
with
me,
that,
'cause it's getting to be a lot of you.
oh, dude, we got like 70% returning viewers. So through
Just
the
do it. It's
transitive
easier for
properties,
you.
some of y'all ain't subscribing, but you keep watching. So I don't know what's going on there. You think we're just a goddamn circus or something? Hell no. We'll be a circus if you hit subscribe. If you're listening on streaming platforms, make sure you give the podcast a 5-star rating. I'd love it if we could get to 70 ratings by the end of August. That'd be beautiful. I'm going to set that as a milestone. And like Connor said, check out the Discord. Link to that and all of our social media handles will be found in the description of this video. You can chat with us there and the rest of the Deadball TV community. We appreciate you guys for watching or listening, and we'll see you on the next one.